What's going on, guys? Cyn for the win here, and welcome at long last to our new franchise mode with the Winnipeg Jets. You guys voted for it. Seems like a month ago at this point. It might have been. I don't think it's that long. Anyways, we finally made it. Rosters are as done as they're gonna be, as I mentioned in the community post yesterday, and we are good to go. Now, I did make, obviously, a few changes here and there to... well, one major change here. Yeah, get out of here. To the active Jets roster. You may notice that Byfuglien's missing. Well, because he is missing in real life. I just decreased him to trash and his potential trash because, well, he's likely kind of retiring. Maybe he comes back at a vet minimum somewhere, sometime. But it ain't going to be this year. Morrissey almost seems a little too good, but he's not getting any better, so whatever. When I think of Winnipeg defense, I don't think much of it. But, yeah. This is the team that we have to work with. Line A solid. Connor solid. That's your future along with Ehlers. And you can hold on to Scheifele. But the question is, where do you go? Because again, this is kind of like an in-between team, sort of like the Avalanche, but not as much of a future, in my opinion, as the Avalanche had. I mean, you don't have a McKinnon. You don't have a Rantanen. You don't have a Makar. You know, yeah, there's a lot to be desired here for this Winnipeg Jets team, and we're actually rated one of the worst in the division at like an 85. But before we get too much into it, kind of gonna go over the rules and restrictions, etc. of this one. We're gonna be having the point scoring contest as always. Now, if you are new here, pretty easy to catch on every year after free agency when I show you the lines before we start simming. You will make predictions. You will guess. One person from the team who you think is going to lead the league in points, either a forward or defenseman, and then you'll guess one person who you think will lead the league in points, either a forward or defenseman. Now, if you guess a defenseman for the team lead, say Morrissey's going to lead the team in points, you have to guess a forward for the league lead in points. Now, if you guess a forward here, you can guess a defenseman for the league lead if you guess a forward for the team, or you could also guess two forwards because the odds are worse. You know, more forwards in the league, blah, 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 blah. And then also, last but not least, you will guess who you think the best goalie in the league will be. And that we kind of take from, it's not exactly based on the Vezina or the William and Jennings. We more base it on their year stats, combining everything, you know, save percentage, bit of goals against, some shutouts, their win-loss, what kind of team they were on, etc. That all gets taken into account, and there can be ties and stuff like that. So I believe I've gotten that down to a science explaining that. If anyone has any questions, I or people who have been here a while will be happy to answer that in the comment section below, so let me know. And before we get too far into it as well, hit that like button. New series, man. We got to get this started on the right foot. It's been a while. It's been a while since we had a quote-unquote normal franchise mode, but we have it now. Okay. Draft restrictions. Probably, I don't know. We could I think when a team is rebuilding, we can go with 12 pick max. And then 9 pick max after that. But the question is, what the hell is this team doing? Maybe we should just go first 3 years, excuse me, all the time. You can have the 12 pick limit with 5 in the first 2 rounds. And then after that third year, you have to switch to the 9 pick limit. We could just do that all the time. That's a bit easier than like, when are we a rebuilder? When are we not? There's a decent future here, though. Okay, the Vesalainen's actually not too bad either. And when you think about it, we got some decent stuff. I mean, Scheifele's going to be here. He is right smack in his prime. 26, signed for 5 more years. Line A, he should be, you know, premier goal scorer. Connor should be pretty damn good. I mean, we have a pretty solid core to work with, but you definitely need some more. Wheeler, that's a pretty crappy contract. Ehlers is pretty good as well, but 23.84, is he really going to be a top line kind of guy? Hard to say, but you got Scheifele, line at Connor. You seem to have, you know, first line already, but you got to find the right guys. You have to find defensemen here to kind of make it work. So that's the trick, isn't it? We have to find defensemen. Now, that might take some trading, and you never know what. So the question is, what kind of team are we going to be? That's the tough thing. But before we start the simming, I'm going to show you guys some of the rosters I've done, so I'll be back in a bit. So here are all the created players. Now, I did get rid of some because they are now in the game, so that's nice. I should have no duplicates. Yeah, hopefully. Should have no duplicates, but you can see all the members in there as well. And you guys, all the members are 70 overall, and with because this took so long, I said no one's going to be under a high top 6, high top 4, high starter. So you got that going for you. All of you are going to have pretty damn good careers now. Should be pretty exciting. Now, I'm not going to show you guys your potentials yet. You're going to have to wait for the draft for that to happen. There we go. I think we had, at this point, 12 different members who have an active membership. So we have 12 of you guys here in this game. So there we go. That's all my created guys right now. And I'm kind of glad that some of the people, I was able to delete some people. Less people, you know, less guys in the league who are going to take 300 to 400 freaking shots per year. So maybe that'll help a bit. Anywho, that is that. So, yeah, I think that's about it. Other than that, I made a few different changes here and there, of course. I made Brant Clark up to, you know, that high elite again, 78 overall-ish, and yeah, but I didn't quite go in too crazily and update a bunch of guys throughout the league. Oh, I did change Cole Caulfield as well. He's now a high top 6. I'm not making him elite yet. Eat your heart out, Montreal. Not yet. College is much different than NHL. If he is elite, I'll eat my words later. But for right now, he's a high top 6. I didn't change him from a medium, though, so there you go. He'll take 400 shots. He'll get stat growth. He'll become like a franchise anyway. Doesn't matter. Anyway, I think that pretty much covers just about everything. Are we ready to get started? I think we are. The Winnipeg Jets franchise begins now. You know, our scouting pool wasn't even as bad as I thought it would be. All these B's and B minuses we started with, which is pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. You can't find anything other than C's in scout free agency in the first year. I went ahead and changed. A lot of these guys are like AHL, but I found regions that they're actually good in, and they're good for amateur scouts. We're actually going to have pretty decent scouting team to start off. I actually have everyone where I need them to be already, which is, it's huge. Russia scouts kind of crap, but whatever. We can't really improve upon that right now. What I'm excited about is our junior scouts are actually pretty solid. Yeah, and as well as our Scandinavian scouts. I mean, this is about as good as it gets start-wise for scouts, so I wanted to show you guys that. Coaches, they're always kind of start around this area. Yeah, we're just going to keep them for now. I mean, this isn't really, not really going to have them, but I don't even know if there's going to be anything better, so I'm not going to bother. Well, when we start figuring out what kind of team we're going to be, we can start, you know, messing with the coaches a bit more, finding what we need. But first things first here, I don't know if I want to mess with these lines a bit. I haven't touched them. Usually I don't in the first year. I kind of let things run as they are. Yeah, they stack that first line with all the guys you want to grow. Sure, I mean, yeah, I don't really have a problem with any of this. So I'll probably just leave it as it is. Yeah, I don't like that this has no chemistry, but like I said, it's not really going to matter because this is not going to be our coach for that long. Now, Connor is listed as first liner, and that does give us +3 on that line, which is kind of good, especially for Ehlers. Now, still no plus here. Apparently, oh man, no one likes that top line chemistry-wise. Why does that? Oh, because he's a power forward, that is right. I might actually go ahead and change Kyle Connor to a power, because he is a power forward. I don't know, I think of Kyle Connor more as a power forward than a two-way guy. In fact, I'm probably just going to go ahead and change that right now, because I think of Kyle Connor as a power forward. I don't know, that's the way he plays to me. I mean, he's great, he has a great two-way game, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Because I feel like he is a power forward. And not a two-way forward. He's not a huge guy, but he has that kind of game, you know what I mean? Maybe I don't know, maybe he is more of a two-way kind of forward. Yeah, you know, I'll leave him for now, fuck it. I'll leave him for now, I can maybe mess with that later, but whatever. I'll kind of leave things as they are. I will make that one change. Does give us, like I said, a +3 on that second line at least. So that's kind of cool. Wheeler, though, that's a guy, if we're going to try to go for a bit of a retool or a refresh, that's a guy we got to trade pretty soon, or else that contract's going to be bad, and no team's going to want to take it. Now, we do have a veteran coach, so we shouldn't really decline throughout this year, but we don't know how we're going to do it this year. I guess there's one way to find out, and that's to get Sim in here. So we're likely going to go all the way to the deadline here. In fact, I might just, you don't know, let's do stat checks and whatnot. I don't really need to check to see if the team gets scouted. Whoa. What the, thank you. just I want there. There we are. All right, so let's see what'll happen here with this squad. Not too sure. Not too sure what to make of it. We're scoring a lot in preseason at least, but goals against are a bit of an issue. So, regular season is about to start. Got my scouts all assigned. Get out. And we're 2-0 to start off the season with a lot of goals for. Andrew Kopp is fully... Oh, he wasn't actually out. It was just a little thing. Cool, cool, cool. Our defensive core is garbage, but we'll probably make the Cup finals with it. Because that's what you do. Really good start. 3-0 start. We finally lose a game in overtime. Now, Brian Little is out. I don't know who we have for depth or anything like that. I didn't even see if I wanted to send anyone down. Probably should have done that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me do that real quick. Oh, you're garbage. I can actually use him as depth if I want. Let me actually check. Yeah, I know. Oh, fine. Let me just... Can I do roster moves? Yeah, I got it. Thank you. I understand, game. Wish you could turn that off. But you can't. Don't want to bring anyone up. Letestu, you know what? Probably Letestu. He's not really anything. He could be my depth guy. Yeah, let's bring up Letestu. And then we'll send down some of those other dudes. Pretty much all of them. Harkins. How old is Potato? 20. Okay, Potato will be depth. We'll send down Niku, though. Yeah, we'll do that. And now we should have 20 or 19. What? 19? Shouldn't that be 20 guys here? What did I do? I did something wrong. I called up Letestu, and I kept a depth defenseman. Why does it say 19? That should be 20. Oh, because Little's injured, I guess? I don't know. Anyway, let me just shove in Mr. Letestu here to play in all lines. He'll be the depth guy. Potato as our depth guy for defense. Everything's good and well. Probably just best lines this, because, yeah, who cares? It shouldn't sit any guys, any prospects. There's Bufflin. Let me just make sure it's not sitting any... Oh, hello. Yeah, it's sitting Stanley. Okay, we got to put Stanley and McKenzie probably. Oh, my God. There's a lot of guys here. I'm glad I checked. All right, so it was like McKenzie, Green. Actually, I have a lot of prospects here. All right. Are you one? Nope. So McKenzie was one. Let's put him in there on that fourth line. I know he's center, but it should be fine. A couple defensemen here. Poolman is pretty much done. You can kind of sit him. Most likely. You have 70 potential. Let's put in the dudes. Kurt Schilling. It was, no, not O'Gilney. Who the hell was it? Stanley? Yeah, he's okay. He's not great. There's another one. Green, right? Yeah, Green. I'll probably put Green in here. Now, they don't have great... They're not in a great situation to kind of get much better, but you want to give him ice time regardless. This guy can sit for the lefty, which was Stanley? Yes, indeed. All right, so we'll do that. Make sure that they're playing. Don't want them sitting, that's for sure. And should be good, right? I don't have anyone else. Oh, Virtanen. Oh, I thought it was Kirby Reichel. So just Virtanen by the looks of it. I'm just making sure. Okay, that guy's got backup potential. Maybe play him. Never mind. Lol. Connery down here. You know what? I'll probably want him up. Yeah, well, let's put in that one dude first into the lineup. Before I forget, which I will. Ah! I was like, wait, what happened? I guess Shaw can... No, Poirier can shit. Sit. Not shit. It was... Oh, I thought it was a left winger. Guess it's a right winger? What? Hold on. I'm missing something. Oh, it's another center. No wonder. Alright, there we go. Now, usually I won't do this on screen. Every other time, you'll see me do that. It won't be on screen, but I thought it would take a lot shorter than it did. So, there you have it. Alright, well, we're good to go now. Besides maybe that call-up, I think we might want to do that. Waivers aren't... Oh, are they in effect? I think they are in effect, actually. Shoot. Yeah, so we might actually lose the goalie if we send him down. Brossois. Yeah, it's a bit you know what? I don't need him. I mean, we could lose him. It's not the end of the world if he gets claimed. I do want to get Comrie that ice time, though, because it makes more sense for him to have it. He can get a bit better, right? Or we can use him as a trade option. And then we want... That's actually kind of interesting. Now, Hellebuck should be around for a while. We kind of have a goalie for a while. So we don't really need Comrie to get... Yeah, we got Hellebuck. He's right in his prime. Stop the tape. This kid needs to be locked away. 4-0-1. Pretty damn good start. Let me actually see what kind of trade value Comrie has, and I'll decide if he's a guy we want to use as a trade option, because we don't really need him, honestly, if it comes down to it. That's not a whole lot of value. Maybe get a third. Maybe a second if we're lucky. Probably a third. But how much better is he going to get, feasibly? He's 24, 80 overall starter potential. He's done really well so far. Oh, I'll just keep it as it is. I actually don't want to lose Brossois. He will likely get claimed in waivers, so I'm not gonna do that right now. We'll leave Comrie for now. We can always trade him. His value won't decrease. It likely won't increase. I don't know. I don't think he'll grow too much over the course of this year. So let's just continue. Let's just keep on keeping on here and discovering what this team's going to be, but they don't look half bad right now. Somehow 4-0-1 to start off. I'm a little surprised at that. All right, then we lost 2 in a row. We couldn't score. Okay, so we might fall back down to earth here. Our guys might figure out that they're not that good. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, hello, there's a member. Look at you. You got an elite. And Tyler Smith, another one, and Matthew. Oh my goodness, there's a lot in the... Oh, yeah, I randomed a lot in the first year. So bear that in mind. A lot of you guys are coming early. But don't worry, there's plenty more coming in the later rounds as well. So I could scout all these guys, but we're actually not looking half bad. So I'll let Auto Scout take care of most of the first round. That's usually okay to do. Goalies are always kind of good to have. But we actually don't need one because we have Hellebuck. So let's just focus on the lows here. There's a low elite goalie who I know for a fact, but we'll scout him anyway. Another member right there. Dude, how many friggin' people were in this first year? Holy hell. I know I had a lot. That's a bit more than I thought there was. Oh well. Well, at least you guys will see yourselves around for a good amount of time. Wow, that's not a whole lot of help here. Missing some lows. Alright, I guess we'll just... Alright, whatever. Auto Scout, do your thing. Oh, our scouts should get a lot of work done. I mean, we have a pretty damn good... This is, like I said, it's about as good as you can get for a first-year scouting team, what we have. Usually, you can barely have guys over, like, you have, like, maybe 1A, then everyone's, like, low Bs and Cs and worse. I've had some E scouts. Brian Little is back. Oh yeah, we've been winning games with Letestu in there. How'd you do, Letestu? Lowell's got 4, 6, and 6 games played. Alright, Letestu. Smart call up right there. Alright, Little back in. 7-3-1 here. We're good. Okay, I actually think we're going to be a playoff team for some reason. I think Hellebuck is carrying so very hard. It's actually pretty impressive. Alright, there's another couple losses in reg, but I don't think we're falling off anytime soon. Manitoba has an injury. That is Luke Green. Let's just throw in who the best one is, because I don't think anyone else has any sort of value. No, let's just throw in Tucker Poolman. -2, no incur. 10-5-1. All right, 10-6-1. All right, we're falling down a bit with those divisional matchups. Luke Green's already back. What was he got? A minor concussion? Remember, kids, minor concussions are called minor because you can come back 2 days later. No danger whatsoever. EA says so. It's a lot of defensemen. Okay, we're starting to lose some games here. All the divisional opponents to come back with a win. You want... No. Get out. Andrew Kopp now injured. So a few injuries to start off. Oh, yeah, all the settings are the same. Injuries sliders set at 20. So we still have injuries, but they're not going to be crazy every game and whatnot. What else? Oh yeah, we got the higher scoring stats on. Just crank up the attribute modifier. And trade difficulty, of course, on hard. Vesalainen has been injured. That's not exact great, but it is what it is. Just throw in someone good-ish. I don't care. Just throw someone in. What? Oh my god. Oh, I gotta like click 2 more things here. Come on now. Who was it? Who did I just put in? I completely forgot. It's a left winger. Hulak. There we are. Alright, so 13-8-1. We're in a wild card spot. We're almost in 3rd. Avalanche are out of the playoffs. That makes sense. Totally. Lightning are in last place. That makes sense. Good stuff, EA. Love it. 16-10-1 here. Pretty good start. I wasn't expecting this to be that good. We're actually one of the worst rated teams in the division. Seriously, our team rating was an 85. And teams above us, like, I don't get it. The team, Wild, oh my god. Wild at the top. Blackhawks at the top. Avalanche, oh my god, this game. Stars not even in there. That's hilarious. It's always fun to look at this. Red Wings holding on to a wild card spot because why not? Maple Leafs, Bruins, Senators are ahead of the... I don't get it. Senators ahead of the Lightning, man. Oh, what? I'm not going to be bothered over that too much. We all know EA and their sim engine is questionable. We're scoring a... Wow. We're actually scoring a really good chunk. We're keeping the puck out of the net. Power play could be better. Penalty kill's great. What the heck? I did not expect this to be this good. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. Yeah, we have some good players, but to have this good of a start with the defensive core we have, okay. 30 points for Scheifele. Wheeler with 29. 3 players at point per game. Line A isn't, but he's got 17 goals, so there's your goal scorer. You just need him to put up goals. Yeah, I like it. Kyle Connor not doing a whole lot, but that's okay. Lowry's doing phenomenal. What? Mr. Third Line Lowry with 18 points. Yeah, he's on the power play, but he's only got 15 5-on-5 points, which is pretty good. Little's not doing a whole lot. That's okay. I mean, what the heck? And let's check out the horrible defensive core we have, which is somehow good, I guess. Is that what the game's telling me? Yeah, that's somehow good. Okay. Don't ask me how it's good, but it's good. Okay. And there's Hellebuck killing it, and Brossoit doing a good job as a backup. What if the game is like, if you have an elite goalie, to also have an elite defensive core makes your goalie shit? It would be stupid, but I wouldn't put it past EA, and that would explain so much about my previous attempts at building elite teams and winning a bunch of cups. But, well, whatever. Hellebuck's good. Whatever. We don't have to worry about a goalie in this one. At least for 8 years, which is, we pretty much have an elite goalie for our entire franchise mode, and that's huge. We don't have to worry about that, but we do need to get some better defense, but maybe not, because we're 16-10-1 here, and we're a great team. And I don't know what the hell to make of this. This is crazy. How are we doing so good? I will sum up. I'll probably check some growth, even though we don't have a ton. Well, we do have some decent prospects down there. It's not horrible. Definitely not horrible. So let's go 1 month. Check out the growth. And then we'll go right up to that trade deadline. and see what's happening. Let's see if we got any more low elites and such to take care of. A couple of these guys I might skip. Nah, whatever. I'm not gonna. Let's just focus on the low elites because that's probably what we're doing. I don't think we'll see any mid elite type stuff here. I know Jimmy Sullivan's a low elite, but I know that what they are, but I'm still gonna waste scouting time. I guess use scouting time on them because, well, I want to make it fair-ish. I created them. I know what they are. Blah blah blah. So we have some decent chunk of guys with potential to be low elite here. Not to say that there's gonna be tons of them, or if any of them will be low elite, but it's good to check anyway. Top 6s. This guy might be. I'm not too sure. Probably a top 9, but I'll scout him anyway. These guys are within range. These guys are for sure within range to be top 6s / top 4, especially Dwayne Hextall here. He is prime real estate spot to be an actual top 4. Lucas Raymond, we know, is an elite. Probably not going to be able to draft him. Okay, he's already been scouted. Fine. We're done. Keep it going here. Andrew Kopp is back. So Letestu can sit again, but he's getting some good ice time in. He's 0.5 point per game. As he is. So many centers. our entire bottom 6 is like friggin' center. Roslovic, what are your face-offs? 74. 70. I think Shore has better face-off. Not really by much, so we'll just leave it. 81, but you can't... No, Lowry's too good. All right, let's keep her going. We are still in a playoff spot. And I was like kind of waiting for us to fall off, but at this point, I don't think it's happening. Holding on to that wild card spot. And pursuing 3rd in the division. Vesalainen's back. That's great for us. We need him to get some of that ice time. Sweet, sweet ice time. How minutes? He had 11 points in 18 games played. Not amazing. Spot check's growing, so that's good for us. Seth Griffith. Y'all remember this guy? This guy was a guy that you would always get in old franchise modes. I think he was on Boston at the time. You'd kind of always pick this guy up because he was like a guy who would always become like a middle 6 type guy on your team, right? 2nd liner, 3rd liner. You know, I think I want to move Vesalainen up, give him a bit more of ice time. I don't know. Yeah, probably give him a bit more ice time. Gustafsson, what are their offense like? 75s, 79s. No, keep him there. And obviously keep. Yeah, let's do that. Want to get Vesalainen some solid ice time and such. Make him grow. All right, we're 21-11-1. I don't think we're falling off. I think it's safe to... What the fuck? Did you see Blackhawks' record? Bullshit. And did you see Minnesota's record? What the hell? Bullshit, Snapple. Yeah, I don't think we're going to... We have both wild cards in this division. We have the upper one, and the one below us is like 5 points below. So unless we like monumentally collapse, we're pretty much a playoff team. So there's that. Scheifele's still doing good. We got 75% locker room chemistry. Let's check the progress report, see if we're getting any growth anywhere. Line A's growing a bit. That's good. And that's about it. Is that natural growth? Yes, it is. Hikainen's grown. That's good for us. Look at that. He's a top 6 guy. Vesalainen is growing naturally. Perfect. We got him coming alive. All right. Spot check. Niku's growing a bit. Kind of everyone you want to see grow looks like they're growing. I thought we're probably missing a couple. Yeah. Oh, Heinola. But, I mean, he's 77 at 18. So, these couple guys are a bit unfortunate because they are behind schedule. Might be some trade bait type guys. But we'll see. We'll wait to the deadline. If they're not growing, maybe you move them. These guys are good assets to trade for like a rental, right? Really good assets to trade for a rental because they're not really going to make it to where we want them. They're still going to have decent value at this point. So bear that in mind. All right, we're kind of in good shape here. All right, we're kind of a good team. Are we going to cheese our way to the Cup Finals? That's the question. I'm sure I'll get some fucking complaints now as I do every time. This has got to be boring. You're not rebuilding at the beginning. I can't help it. Y'all voted for this team. Let's do it. Let's keep her going here. Nashville fired their coach. Life imitates art. Wow. 8-7 overtime victory against... was he out? I don't know if he was out against the Leafs, by the way. As I finish my own sentence, he was not out. Loss, yeah, we're making the play. Actually, wait. Blues crept up. They're only 1 point. Okay, we just dropped into the lower wild card spot. Wait a second. Can the Stars pass us up? How are the Stars that bad is my question. How the fuck are they 7 points below the second wild card spot? That is beyond me. That literally makes zero sense. But this game often makes zero sense, so we'll just have it. All right, it's doing that thing where it ain't scouting anyone. Whatever. Not like we need any picks up here, right? Am I right? AHLers, I bet. Although this guy's interesting. I'm gonna scout him because that's kind of interesting. He's got to be AHL on this draft, doesn't it? Pretty much. Let's check him. Let's check some of those low elites here. Well, probably going to be only these two, but I'm still scouting here. First year, there's usually not a whole lot of low elites. There can be a couple CPU generated, but if we created them in there, perhaps there won't be any. I'm still going for them anyway, especially in those later rounds. That's probably where you'll find them. Dakota Sanford, nice name. And, yeah, we'll get these guys as well, because those are top 6. It's going to be so nice to be able to draft elites again. Alright, consider skipping some of these, but these ones, on the other hand, definitely within range. The ones in the later, if they have medium, are likely not going to be anything. Like, that guy's probably dropping down to top 9. Although, what the hell else am I going to scout? Do it anyway. Top 9s are actually not horrible. Usually I've never drafted them, but you know what? That no elite challenge has changed my perspective. Alright, and that is a pretty good starting point, I'd say. You know what? You're looking good. I like that. Alright, that'll probably be it. Let's continue on here. We're right there. I don't think we're missing the playoffs. Not in this division. Not with a 5-point lead above the second wild card. All right. Christian Vesalainen has apparently made a glass. That's great. Just going to keep throwing this guy in. I don't really care. There we are. Okay. So, some injury. What? What? What happened? Who got injured? Oh, someone got injured here. All right. I was like, So, Potato goes in there. It only notified me about one of them. It'll probably pop up now. There it is. Dahlstrom's been injured. Can I just... I have to actually click. So silly. No. That doesn't seem like a good idea. We don't really need that kind of guy. It's tempting, but not really. Okay, really wants us to give up our first here. Makes a bit of sense. But let's hold off on that for now. First, especially with how deep this draft is going to be. It's going to be really deep. We could probably get an elite no matter where we are with our first round pick. Probably not, but still. Well, actually, yeah. I mean, it could be a low elite, but it'll be an elite. 28, 20, and 5. I mean, actually, we're slipping a bit further down now. That's a real concussion, so he won't be coming back in a couple days. So I'm just going to throw in probably a Pullman. Yeah, he'll be my token depth dude. Carl Dahlstrom's back. Okay. All the injuries and recoveries are happening at once. Potato is a +1 in 3 games with an assist. Not too shabby. But Dahlstrom goes right back in. And continuing on here, there's a trade. Granlund and Salamakia to Anaheim. Nashville gets, because of course Anaheim's in a freaking playoff spot. Why wouldn't they be? Of course. They're a great team in the Pacific Division. The California Gauntlet is alive and well. Well, that's good. We didn't have to miss any time with Hellebuck. He had a minor injury, but battled through it. We're a wild card team. Ooh. Toronto loading up. They gave away Janssen a second and the Bracco guy for Johansson and Hamuse. Can we win some games here? Lightning have fired their coach. Dude, they're in dead last. How does that even happen? I wish I would have traded for their first in the beginning of the year. Well, you don't expect to see that crap. Like, really? Who does that? Okay, a lot of trades. Brassard, okay. Islanders found a place to dump Brassard, and it's right back. They paid a first? Lol. All right, Vesalainen is back. Don't get injured again. Please, that'd be great. Okay, another loss, but we have the wild card in the bag. Like, we ain't missing the playoffs at this point. Doesn't really matter if we do poorly, even though we're losing quite a bit in regulation. This is still not a good team. Like, we're in a playoff spot, but it's a weird ass league right now. Kind of confusing, but it is what it is. Scheifele's still killing it. I mean, look how crap the Pacific is, as it kind of. Oh, if only. If only Sharks were on top. But you got VGK on the bottom. Ducks on the bottom makes sense. What the hell? I thought they'd be better. Like, why'd they trade for, like, win now guys? Didn't they? Or maybe I misread it. I don't know. Oilers are out of the playoffs. They're below 500. Flames. Look how many guys in the Pacific are below 500. Flames, Oilers, Kings, Coyotes, Ducks, Golden Knights. I know the Pacific sucks. But, there's a bit of interesting things going on. Unfortunately, we need the Oilers to make the playoffs. We need the Battle of Alberta. Flames and Oilers. Ugh, rip. All right. We're here at the deadline. Let's see how we stack up here. Okay, yeah, we've definitely faltered. Goals against going up. Goals for have gone down. Power play still not good. Penalty kills dropped a bunch. Yeah, we are definitely falling off here. So I kind of still like the idea of going for a rental type guy. A second line center would be the best. Little's not great. We could actually shift him down, right? Move Little down, move Lowry down, and I like that. And that could be very, very good for us. I don't really care about how we stack up because I just don't. Not in this first year. I won't even check. Scheifele leading the way. Wheeler good. Line A, 40 goal scorer maybe. Ehlers not doing bad. We've definitely had some guys fall off, but point production is still good. But this from Little is not good enough. You could say that's our weak point, and I would agree with you. He would be pretty decent on that third line, though. And that's where I kind of want to use him. Mix some things up a bit. Get a haircut, Perot. I don't really have any complaints about my defensive core. I mean, how can you? They're outperforming themselves. Okay, Hellebuck's numbers greatly fell off. I think he'll be fine for the the playoffs. He'll cheese our way there with our weak defensive core. We have a lot of gaps in this team, which is why I don't know if we trade for rentals. That's the question, right? Like, we have those two guys we could like trade for like a rental center of some sort. Question is, who is available like that? And we might even need, some friggin' defensemen. There's Getzlaff, but he's not on the block, weirdly. He's also doesn't have 1 year left, so you don't go for him. Soderberg, not really. Boston's not going to want to give anyone up. No one there. Backlund's not amazing. Let's just go by overalls here. That's the way to do it. They don't want to give anyone up there. No one there because the friggin' Chicago's good. Well, there's Pierre-Luc Dubois, but that doesn't make sense. We're not going to have enough really to grab. Why the hell are they trying to give him up? Very weird. Yeah, that's a lot of value, though. He'd be good and all, but he'd probably be too good. Most likely. Something to see you. But, I mean, none of these guys really speak to me as there's a rental guy you go for, right? So maybe we flip those top 4s for picks instead. And try to kind of rebuild on the fly. That might be the better option here. Because there's not a whole lot, as you can see, available at the deadline. There's Strome, but I mean, that's not really a rental type guy, right? Like, not really. Yeah, no wonder you want to give up Hayes. What a terrible signing. There's Galchenyuk, but he's not on the block either. So yeah, I'm leaning towards picks. Yeah, I'm really leaning towards picks here. Because there's not too many options. Okay, there's Stastny, but he's got 2 years left. So not really, yeah, no. There's not really not an option here for rental centers. There's Brassard, but that wasn't an upgrade, you know? We got Little as 83. So there's really no upgrade that we can get here. No one's on the block. We don't have enough kind of value to really pursue someone off the block. I mean, we do, but it would take trade elite. I mean, we could trade elites. I don't freaking know. We need some defensemen. That's for sure. So, Heinola you hold on to. Stanley and Green, on the other hand, these guys, I think we trade both of them for like a first or something, like a mid kind of first. Niku, actually, maybe even trade Niku as well. He could be a top 6 guy. Maybe we'd like to hold on to him for that as a top 6 sort of dude. It's actually not built poorly, and he will make it to top 6. It's 23.76. We can hold on to him to be a top 6 guy. The value difference isn't going to be too much. I mean, it's up there, but those guys are also behind growth schedule. Although if you consider what the other top 6s look like, I mean, if he gets up to 80, he'll have slightly more value. Yeah, you can capitalize on the value, but we will need guys to be in those top 6 kind of roles, right? So if you could do it internally, maybe you do that. Niku is a kind of guy I'm more leaning to holding on to. But Green and Stanley, these guys, combine them, that's enough to get us some kind of a first. They want both of them. They're not going to want to give their first, though. They have the first on the block, but it's going to be too much value because they're out of the playoffs. Although, with where they are, they don't have a first. Oh, yeah, that's right. Are Calgary in a playoff spot right now? I think someone below... Yeah, Calgary... Wait. Yeah, Calgary's in a playoff spot, and they're below 500. Wait. Is that real? Hold on. We'll be able to find a pick. I'm not worried about that. Oh, this game. Yep, Calgary is in a playoff spot below 500. That is hilarious. Trading for their pick makes no sense, and it probably has more value than it should, even though they're in a playoff spot. So likely we want to maybe get like the Stars pick or something like that. Like they can make the playoffs. They could leapfrog the Blues. That's always a possibility. They do have they have 2 games in hand as well, so bear that in mind. Look at the Wild. That's gross. They have 3 games in hand and they're 3 points above us. That's so gross, game. Come on. Well, like I said, maybe even going to the East is the better bet. Senators are now out of the playoff hunt, but they have 2 games in hand. Canadians would be decent, but they're probably not going to want to give up a pick. Devils, they don't have wild cards. They're far out of it. 5 points plus. They do have games in hand, though. This is tough, man. I don't even know who to go for picks. I don't even know if we can get. I wanted to kind of get a mid sort of pick, but I also wanted to have a lottery chance, you know? Especially if we're going to have those 2 top 4s. Try to capitalize as much as we can on it. Might be a bit tricky here at the deadline, but I think we're doing well right now, and everything could fall off, of course. I I don't know if going for a rental's the best bet. As we saw, there's really nothing available. Maybe a rental defenseman. There might be something there. So what do you guys think? Should we sell the top 4 guys and try to get picks, sort of try to, load up on these first few years and try to rebuild on the fly while we can? Or do we go for a rental and try to push? I don't think we have all the tools necessary to win the cup. Even if we get a rental defenseman, it's not going to be, we can get a mid-80s guy, and we get 3 kind of mid-80s guys, but I don't know if it's enough. So, there's that. Let me know what you guys think here at the trade deadline. The Winnipeg Jets series is underway. So remember to leave that like, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.